All right, welcome adjusters. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Daniel the Adjuster, here to go over what to do during the winter months. You know, obviously this is the slow time of the year for adjusters. Holidays really mess things up. People don't want us in their houses for daily claims. And typically we don't see any big hurricanes or big storms, but we do see winter storms. I don't know if you've been watching the weather, but we have had certain states up in the Midwest, Midwest, that have had 8 feet of snow. Arkansas, North Dakota, South Dakota. I mean, just crazy amounts of snow. And a lot of snow up in the New York area. So these are opportunities for catastrophe work deployments for winter storms. Now, those are hard, and a lot of times location is the big factor because those local guys are going to be handling a lot of that work because it's right there in their neighborhood. They're going to rarely call in a catastrophe type team for something like that unless they just get totally swamped and the local guys can't handle it. So, you know, wintertime's a little bit slow. So what to do? Okay, I'm going to go over a couple things with you guys, because it's important for you guys to be doing these things in the off season so you're ready for the season that comes, which is hail season. Okay, so first and foremost, you want to make sure that your licensing is up to date, your continuing education is done. Make sure that you are current on your certifications. They do come due every couple years, and the licenses, you know, they do have to be renewed. So you want to make sure your continuing education is up to date and your licenses are ready to be renewed. The last thing you want to do is get caught in the middle of hurricane season or hail season and your license expires and you can't handle those claims. That would be terrible. So make sure you get those licenses up to date. Get started on some training. If you haven't got the training like steep and tall training, this is a great opportunity to jump on that. Also, your Xactimate Level 1 and Level 2. If you haven't got that certification, I can't stress you enough that you will never be deployed. I don't say never, but rarely be deployed if someone sees that you're not Xactimate Level 1 or Level 2 certified. That pretty much tells the carriers and the firm that you are skilled enough to use the software that we use every day to write estimates. And you don't want to be slowed down by not knowing that software either. It's just going to cause you a lot of undue stress and cause a lot of tension for your file reviewers. It's just a bad thing. So get to know that software. Key point. Make sure you get on the rosters that are going to be the people that are going to hire you. I've mentioned many times before, catadjuster.org is a great place to find all the people that are hiring adjusters. That's pretty much where the firms are going to advertise and say, hey, I need somebody in this area. So it's kind of like a yellow pages of, well, not even that, a white pages of job or classifieds for finding work for adjusters. So I keep mentioning that site because it's a really great tool to use. You go on there, they'll give you a little link and say join our roster, join our team. Click on it, it'll take you right to the paperwork side of things and you can get signed up on those rosters. Now, get on as many as you can. That's really important. Now, one of the things that I have offered in the past is if you're dying to get out there and you want to learn something and you're just sitting around, you feel like nothing's going right for you, get on some of these forums. There are forums out there for adjusters. Reddit has one. Adjuster Pro, I think he's even got one. But yeah, you can get out there and find people in your local area, find other adjusters, and maybe even offer to carry their ladder. What I mean by that is that if you say, hey, I just want to tag along and learn from you, you don't have to pay me, I just want to learn what's going on and I'll carry your ladder for you. It's a great opportunity for you to tag team along with somebody else. Some people are willing to do it, some are not. So just keep that in mind. It's a great opportunity to learn the rope. Make sure you're calling the firms and letting them know that you're available. You can't do this enough. Every couple of weeks, you should be calling every one of those rosters that you're on and just say, hey, I'm just following up. This is Daniel. I'm just trying to check in with you guys and let you know I'm still available. I'm ready to go wherever you'd like me to go. If there's a CAT event, please give me a call. I'm willing to go. And if there's a local claim or something you'd like me to handle, I'm also available too. And it'll keep your name fresh on their minds. It might even jog them to say, hey, is your resume? I don't see your resume here with us. And then they may give you a link or an email so that you can send your resume into them. It's a great opportunity just for them to check your paperwork and make sure you're all up to date, ready to go too. Don't forget your car maintenance. this is a great opportunity to make sure your car tires are in good shape. I had to replace my catalytic converters. I had to check engine light, and my inspection is due in January, and I had to get a couple catalytic converters put on. Big expense, but hey, better than in the middle of the summer, because the car was in the shop for 8 hours. So it's like, man, that's crazy. But hey, this is a great time. I'm going to do 4 tires before the end of the year. That's a pretty typical thing for me about every couple years to put 4 tires on. So get those maintenance things done. Make sure you're checking your oil. Get all those service things done. You don't want to do them in the middle of hail season. So I had a couple people contact me and say, I really want to be a field adjuster. I don't want to be a desk adjuster. Well, that's going to be a hard step. So you want to make sure you get in order of typically how things begin. And typically desk adjuster is going to be your first position, just because they're going to be able to teach you some policy stuff. They're also going to have a trainer and a manager there on site to help you, or at least even if you're remote, they're going to have people right there to be able to help you through some things. The next step for me, I pretty much typically recommend maybe a ladder assist for somebody. Possibly you could even work for some of the ladder companies that do some of the ladder, like Seek Now. I guess it's Seek Now. I can't remember what it is, but there's a couple different ones out there that will do roof inspections. It's kind of a great opportunity if you get used to climbing the roofs. You're not an adjuster, but you're kind of helping people, the adjusters, get on the roof on these steep and talls. But you gotta make sure you have all the equipment, make sure you have a 2-story ladder, you have your old rope and harness, all that training. Make sure you feel comfortable doing that. That's not a great one for a newbie roof climber, so keep that in mind. But a great opportunity to make some money. Not adjuster pay, but pretty decent money if you're doing lots of those. The third position, obviously, is cat work. That's gonna be something where you're gonna get called to go off somewhere. Again, all depends on how many rosters you're on and how good your resume looks. And the fourth position is going to be daily claims. So in that order, daily claims is going to be your last opportunity for work. That's going to be for your seasoned adjuster. Someone's been doing this a little while, has probably been on several catastrophe, has proven they can turn in a good file, and they're going to send you to a local area, normally where you live, to handle daily claims. Now, only if the position is available. So I wanted to be in North Carolina for a long time, but the position was not available. There were already guys here doing it. So I had to wait several years. Well, in the meantime, I was traveling to different areas doing daily claims, different states, handling daily claims, just so I could get some experience. So that's a great opportunity too. You just call up the firm and say, hey, I'm trying to get some daily experience. Where do you need somebody? And they may send you to a crazy place like Baltimore, where I went, DC, and handling some pretty nasty areas. But it did get me some experience and an opportunity to be able to put those on my resume. So don't ever turn down opportunities to get daily claim experience. You just never know. So Daniel the Adjuster, just trying to give you some help here in the winter months. Talk to you soon.